Yellow, welcome back to the Shadow Salvage channel, where we primarily do Sonic content. Now, this video is a little bit different than most of my other stuff. It's similar to another rant. However, this one is most likely bound to offend some people, so I greatly apologize if I do accidentally defend you. But if that doesn't matter to you, please go ahead and keep on watching. For the confidentiality and for my own safety, I'm not going to say the name of this writer. However, I will link the article in the description if you are interested in reading it for yourself. It's just out of respect for the writer, even though I don't like the work that they've done, I'm not going to disclose their name. Now, if you want to do whatever you want, do whatever you want. However, though, I would like to highly please advise and ask that you don't harass this writer, even if you really don't like her writing like I do. Please just don't harass people. That's not what we do, and it's not cool. But in order for us to read, I'm gonna throw us into some auto run with some music in the background, and I hope you guys are okay with this. Hope you guys are having a great Sunday, but without further ado, let's get onto the video. Anyways, late last night, or should I say early this morning, at like 4 o'clock-ish, I checked my phone because I got a notification, and when I went onto Google to also search something, I got recommended an article by The Gamer. Now, I don't hate their videos for The Gamer, however, they just do a lot of stuff I just don't really care for, so I don't watch them. I don't think I'm subscribed to their channel, and overall, they're just not my favorite thing. But I got an article, and the title said, and I quote, "Sonic the Hedgehog 4 should turn the blue blur into a simp." Yeah. It's written by a female writer. I'm not gonna say her name. But the article goes as follows, and we're gonna go through this whole thing, you know, so it's basically just a, hey, listen while you do something video. Anyway. Sonic the Hedgehog 4 should turn the blue blur into a simp. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 has just received its digital release in North America, so it's time to sit down and spoil the hell out of its end credit scene. If you haven't seen the end credit scene, please click off this video. If you haven't seen Sonic 3 either, also please click off this video. I don't want you guys to get spoiled. As expected, it's an extended sequence that introduces both Metal Sonic and Amy Rose to the cinematic universe in epic fashion. After Sonic overshoots a race with his friends by several hundred miles, he finds himself in a forest surrounded by hundreds of robot versions of our hero, all eager to kill him on sight. It's a big assumption. There wasn't any indicator that Metal wanted to kill him. The surprisingly long scene lasts for several minutes. Not to be the grammar person, but if you say the surprisingly long scene lasts for several minutes, you already stated that it was long, so why do you gotta state a second time that it was long? Whatever. Not the point. Feeling like the opening of a next film instead of a hasty sneak peek as what's to come. The next paragraph, what can we expect from Amy Rose in Sonic 4? Just as Sonic becomes overwhelmed, a glowing pink hammer flies into frame and takes out hordes of evil robots. It wasn't hordes, it was a horde. And evil robots, really? Before a mystery figure is illuminated by the moon and crashes down to Earth. After a hood is removed, we are introduced to Amy Rose, as the screen then fades to black. No dialogue, just a tiny glimpse at who I assume will be a major character in the next film. I mean, the 4 is pink in the logo and totally puts her in the spotlight. If you're writing a review on something or what you want to see, I still wouldn't make it first person. Don't give your personal opinions on this stuff. Though her appearances in video games and animated shows... Oh, my bad. Through her appearances, Amy Rose has been depicted a couple ways. We have seen her with short hair, an adorable outfit, and a little car she zooms about in. while a lot of her more modern adaptations feature her wearing a red dress and wielding a massive hammer to smash her enemies to pieces. She also has quite a big crush on Sonic, as Amy is known to have. It's often the only thing she talks about, to the point where it turns her into a damsel that the Blue Blur is frequently trying to ignore and ignore the advances of. Sonic Boom turned the table somewhat and made their feelings potentially mutual, but for a long time now, Amy hasn't been offered the chance to show what she is truly capable of. That could change with Sonic 4. I feel like Amy has shown how capable she is many times, but I will give the writer credit. I do think Amy has a big chance here. Judging by the way she was introduced during the end credits scene, this is exactly what's going to happen. Bold accusation. You know exactly what's going to happen? That is what is exactly going to happen. Her appearance resembles the visual transformation Tanya experienced in Crash Bandicoot 4. A character who was a funky furry sex object. I don't care if I get demonetized. A character who was a funky furry sex object for Crash to rescue is now a capable adventurer with a sick haircut and practical outfit. She is far less of a damsel in distress, highly capable of looking at herself, which is a fundamental upgrade in my book. For starters, you're still giving your own opinions. You don't do that in articles. Like, this isn't the type of article where you can give your opinion. And you called Tanya a funky furry sex object. I feel like once we get to the bio, you're gonna definitely tell what kind of person wrote this thing. And I'm not trying to send hate to the writer, I'm just saying I genuinely didn't like this article when I read it, so I thought might as well talk about it, and who knows, maybe some people agree with me. Next paragraph. Amy Rose should be tougher, spunkier, and ready to complete her mission. Amy Rose is likely to receive a more spunky and assertive personality. If the narrative is inspired by Sonic CD, as fans are currently predicting, it could be a Terminator-esque time travel caper, where Amy has been tasked to travel back in time to save Sonic from mortal peril. Okay. She isn't gonna fall in love for no reason when there's a job to do, but that won't stop Sonic from turning into a simp. If the fourth film wants to be genuinely subversive, it should have Sonic falling hard for Amy as he becomes an obnoxious little rodent about it. In what universe, genuinely, in what universe would it be okay for Sonic to simp over a character? If I remember correctly, not once in Sonic's history has he ever simped over a girl. Ever. And in a weird way, I feel like that doesn't need to change. I do not want Sonic simping over Amy, as that would feel so out of his character and just not feel right. Like, do you guys remember, which is pretty recent, but do you guys remember all the fussing about Squid Game Season 2? And how they made too many changes to Ji-yoon's character near the end of the show? It's one of those things where I feel like this is similar. If they make Sonic simp over Amy, that's an instant red flag for me, and it's honestly gonna, like, make me not want to watch this movie. Because Sonic's never once been the simping kind, and I never want him to be that. But whatever. Over time, this love at first sight gimmick can be the catalyst for genuine friendship and understanding. And we know this version of the Sega character is capable of balancing tongue-in-cheek humor and legitimate emotion perfectly. But when has Sonic genuinely shown, like, affection for a character? Basically, what I'm getting from the article is this woman wants Sonic and Amy to basically switch roles. Have Amy be the I'm not in love with anybody character and have Sonic be the please marry me character. Like, I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea. She also made some notes, too, where if I scroll a little bit back up, she made the first note of, even if her design doesn't hint towards its appearance, I hope Amy drives a sick green car at some point during the upcoming film. That alone makes me think you've never played a Sonic game or know anything about Amy, because Amy has not once ever drove a green car. Maybe I'm just dumb and forgetting something, but why would Amy drive a green car instead of a red one, where in most classic games she did drive a red car, and then in the Sega racing games her car was always pink and white. Why the hell would her car be green? A sick green car. And if she's if she's a robed, like, warrior with a hammer, why would she need a car? Whatever. The other note here is, when I asked the gamer editorial team to throw their casting choices for Amy Rose into the ring, they came up with the following: Dakota Fanning, Anna Kendrick, Sophia Lillis, and I don't know how to pronounce that last name. I wonder how long it will be until we find out who bagged the role. Probably as long as it took to find Keanu. We didn't know about that until they hinted at the trailer, and then when the trailer came out, our suspicions were right. They're probably not gonna they're not gonna release that soon. Anyways, this part is what really got me. Tails, Knuckles, and Shadow cheering Sonic on while simultaneously dragging him for being such a hopeless romantic would fit the tone of this cinematic universe perfectly. No, it wouldn't. It really wouldn't. And since when, why do you want Shadow to be supportive of Sonic's romantical choices? That's not Shadow's character. Knuckles is straight up just not gonna care, and like, Tails, why you gotta drag Tails into that? And perfectly, why would it be perfect for Sonic to be a hopeless romantic? What? Anyway, it would fit the tone of the cinematic universe perfectly, and to watch as Amy turns him down again and again, but secretly abhors a fondness for him, would be a delight to witness alongside the main narrative. You're not even writing a prediction anymore. You're writing a fan fiction. Like, you're not giving predictions, or you're not showing us something that actually makes sense. Instead, it just feels like you're writing a fan fiction. Not to mention, introducing Amy Rose to a new audience as a key female character and having her existence purely defined by an unrequited love for Sonic would not go down well in the modern landscape. But that's what all the fans, even the young children, know her for. They know her for being madly in love with Sonic, or she still likes him, but she's grown slightly more independent. Completely 180ing Amy's personality, to me, in my opinion, that would go down bad. You don't want to do that, because that would instantly detour old fans, and then new fans wouldn't understand why older fans are mad about it, or they'll be like, why does she hate him? She doesn't. Like, that's a terrible idea. Please don't write Amy like that. It felt exploitive years ago, and fans know her character should be and is capable of so much more. We get that, but why do you gotta change Amy's personality? So do the right thing and turn the Hedgehog into a lovable little simp who develops his first real crush and learns some harsh yet necessary life lessons from it. What? Okay. I don't know. Just no. He and all his furry friends have been depicted as teenagers trying to find their feet in the new world, so exploring the reasons behind your very first crush could be a cute little side story if done right. But that's the issue. It can't be done right if Sonic is the one who's the simp. Sonic's attitude has always come off as cool, energetic, young and free. Why the hell would you want to turn this radical, free, like, let life take me where it wants to take me character and turn him into a simp for simping over a girl? Like, maybe I'm weird, but that's just not Sonic's character, and I would love to hear some of your guys' opinions on that. And now, I want to read some of these comments. Somebody wrote this, and these are some of the comments. So, Amy is simping for Sonic is bad, but Sonic simping for Amy is good. My point exactly. It makes no sense, man. I really don't think it's fair, plus it is too much for a departure from Amy. Have her be in love with him, but they don't need to go overboard with it. My point exactly. That, to me, is the best way they could take it. Then you have this other person, which I encourage you, when you read the article, scroll down to the comments, leave your own comments and read some of these other people's comments. And then I saw these. Bruh, the guy who wrote this is weird. He didn't see the author, whatever. Why should they change a key fundamental point of their relationship being Amy wanting Sonic and Sonic not caring into Sonic being a simp? This sounds less like an actual article and more like a weird fantasy on the writer's side. Absolutely not. Keep the film alongside what it would be in the games or series. If it comes to relationships, no fantasy BS is needed. That's why these movies are doing well. Again, I agree. It feels like this was a fantasy. Like, I don't... Okay. And then you got this person. I crashed out for a full whole minute when I saw the title. Okay. Sonic, ahem. Noticing Amy could work if they play their cards right, but a full-on simp mode? The great grilled cheeses. This would be a running gag. Knows it would be a bit much. It makes sense from a logical standpoint, but I can't see Sonic losing it over Amy like that. Exactly. Also, shipping in general when it comes to Sonic is a train I haven't been able to climb aboard. Sure, I see fan art and sometimes say that's cute, but I never see characters in question together. Which I like. Because nobody is okay with this. Yeah, here, how about this? There is a potential for it to backfire. By the time Amy agrees to go out with Sonic, Sonic would fall out of love with her due to her rejections. Which also, based on movie Sonic character, that would happen. So it would make it pointless. Like, I don't understand why it has to be this way. Here we go. I hate this idea. Amy being the one exclusively crushing is not only her main thing from the games, but it's what makes her different from most dynamics, like this of Miss Piggy and others. When the dynamic isn't around a 50-50, the cliche is almost always the guy chasing the girl who isn't interested. Doing that to Sonic is not only boring, but it removes what makes their dynamic actually stand out. Plus, catering to incels in 2025 seems like a terrible idea. And there's a lot more, but I can't read all of these because we'll be here forever. But no, I want you guys to read this article. Please give your own opinions. But the way I could tell that a specific type of woman wrote this, and I don't mean that offensively, so I apologize, but I read her bio. Blank is lead features editor for The Gamer, specializing in everything from the latest reviews to in-depth reviews with people across the industry. In her time, she has also built up a reputation for covering both animation and queer media in all forms. I'm just going to leave a little pause on that for you guys to think about that. Her favorite games: So, I'm infamously bad at ranking things, but some of my all-time favorites include Final Fantasy IX, The Last of Us Part 2, Stardew Valley, Nier Automata, Butterfly Soup, and a laundry list of others I frequently struggle to pick from. No Sonic knowledge whatsoever. Bonus favorite, Knack 2 is actually quite good. Solid 7 out of 10. There's no Sonic there. So why do you have somebody who isn't exactly knowledgeable on Sonic writing a Sonic article? Her industry focus. I'm a bit of a well-rounder when it comes to video games. I love to play and write about everything from Final Fantasy to farming sim lands, firmly in my remnant. Still, nothing about Sonic. I also, and this is what it's written, so if the grammar sounds bad, it's because I'm reading from the actual thing. That's not me. I also loves to dip my toes into queer media. If you love to dip your toes in that media, you should not be writing Sonic articles, I'm sorry. And animation and ever comics from time to time. If something has cute characters and plenty of sappy emotions, chances are I'll be all over it. Her proudest gaming achievement. Like many critics of video games, I'm not very good at them. Figured. But I did kill lots of insects in Earth Defense Force despite having a fear of spiders, though. I'm also 12th in the world for a couple of Snow Patrol socks in Guitar Hero 5. Everybody has their big achievements, but that's your biggest achievement? Like, I have other odd achievements, but like, that's your biggest achievement? I'm not judging here, and I'm not trying to be a hater. But I feel like if you write about queer media and you play games that are nothing like Sonic games, I don't feel like you are fit to write a Sonic article. Because this honestly gave me the vibes that she didn't even watch any of the movies. Which, it's like, hey, why do you have this person who knows nothing about this series writing it? But no, I would read more comments, but we sadly don't have the time for that, and I don't want to bore you guys. I just wanted to get this video out just as a little, like, talk, rant, but I'm not, like, angry. We're chill. You guys got to watch the new Biker Shadow skin skate around while we talked about this. And I would actually love it if you guys could read the article for yourself. Give your own opinions on it. I would like to know your guys' opinions on it. And without further ado, after opening this egg, probably gonna get a chow. I'll take that. There's still 300 Knuckleses if anybody wants one. But, without further ado, I would really like to thank you guys for watching this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you like what I do, as I make videos every single week. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video, whenever that is. Take care, and I will see you guys next time.